Yoo-hoo! Gardenguy here, and guess what it's about to do? It's about to rain. And what I like to do before it rains is plant. So I'm gonna get these seeds over here, and yeah, I love to get some stuff in the ground before that stuff hits, because there's just something about natural rain, real rain, other than, you know, not like irrigation water, but real rainwater, that really makes your plants just come alive. Makes them germinate better, makes them just, I mean, the natural stuff out there is just always best. So here we go. I'm gonna plant right here. So I've got my seeds here, and my plan here is that I really want to just have all kinds of greens coming from this spot. I want it to be just a smorgasbord, a combination of all kinds of good edible green stuff. Just something to pack a powerful punch of nutrition every time I need to, you know, have a salad, have some cooked greens, just come right here and I'm ready, set to jet. So I've got some seeds here. Some of them are older, so I'm just gonna, you know, I'm not really depending on those, but I do have these seeds here. Got some Bloomsdale spinach, purple top white globe turnip, green salad bowl, loose leaf lettuce, and some romaine lettuce, musculin mix. I love musculin mixes. And a little bit of kale, which I have kale over there, but that's almost done. So y'all, let's do this thing. I'm gonna make some rows, put them in there real quick, right before it rains. Here we go, fun stuff. As I'm planting these rows, essentially what I'm going to be doing is, I think there's a worm. Nice. Worms are always a good sign. So essentially, see how it has a dip here and it comes back up? I'll be planting in the low end of this dip, and then just sprinkling soil back on top, only about, you know, 1/4 to 1/8 of an inch, because all these seeds are small. And what happens is, in this dip, the lower portion tends to stay more moist. And also, as we get further down, we get to the mushroom compost, which is this more brown material, which is going to be a powerful punch of awesome nutrition for these little seedlings. So I'm just making a dip, and it's a great way to, once they germinate, because of the moisture there, I'll you know, they pop up, they're about this tall, I'll kind of push the soil back in, this compost back in, to where they're essentially mulched. But just to start off, I need to make sure it's a shallow amount of soil or compost, whatever you have. But this dip here is a great way to help with germination. Folks, I'm going to try something this year. So these are mostly green, you know, lower to the ground crops that would really prefer to not be too hot, otherwise they're going to bolt. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plant some okra all along this side right here. Plant okra right there, and what I'm thinking is going to happen is the okra will get taller and taller, and it'll start to shade some of these more lettuces and spinach, because I have spinach, lettuce, turnips, and a little bit of kale and musculin mix for all right in here. And this is just going to be a salad mix right here, just tons of different greens. But having the okra here is going to be almost like a shade cloth, but it'll be a natural shade cloth. Plus I'll get okra from it. So that's what I'm going to try out, is to do a row there, and I might even do a row right in the middle there too, just because I want to intercrop like that. So I'm going to try one row here of the okra and another row. Probably just, actually I'm just going to try one row. Making decisions right now, because I don't want to have too much okra. I already have another row down there. But I think that's going to be a great way to keep the plant shaded, but also grow some food in the process. So let's do that. There you go. It's all planted. Now this little green guy here is actually a Swiss chard from last year. I figured I'd just go ahead and leave it. It'll grow just as good. And last but not least, I'm going to come in and just pull over that soil just a little bit. Not very much, because these are little seeds. You just sprinkle it right over the top. And we're getting some rain today, and then hopefully tomorrow too, so that'll be a good way to get it all started. This is the spinach row. Kaboom! It's all planted, ready to be growing food. I'm excited for it. Seeds are amazing. I mean, think about it. So the food potential for this little spot right here, for, I mean, fresh food. Oh my goodness, I learned recently that up to 80% of the nutrients of food, it can be lost in the first 10 minutes after harvest. So if you think about it, a salad, you know, let's say I harvest a bunch of spinach and greens here, and I take it up to the house. That takes about, what, 2 minutes, and then I eat it right there. I'm within those first 10 minutes, and the nutrient content, the mineral content of the food grown from gardens that have compost and all kinds of organic matter on top, it's just, I mean, it's a whole different sphere, a whole different world than growing food from dead soil. So guys, the more we feed our soil, the more we're going to have happy plants, the more we're going to have happy bodies that are not experiencing all kinds of health issues, or at least we'll have the immune system to be able to resist a lot of the problems, the health issues that we encounter. So right now I'm growing not just food, I'm growing health. I'm growing, hopefully, preventing having to go to the hospital. If you think about it, if you eat healthily, if you eat food from the garden fresh, you're much more likely to not have to go, you know, and get medical attention for serious issues. And down the road, that costs a lot of money. So really, if you think about it, I'm kind of making money right now by not having to go get all kinds of medical, hopefully not having to go get all kinds of medical stuff. But there's also another aspect of health, which is, you know, your internal health. Are you stressed? Are you anxious? Are you not really enjoying life? Is your joy factor down? That is a big factor too, and honestly it's probably a bigger factor. I've heard from some folks that 80% of health issues start from inside of you, like your spirit, your heart. So let's get our hearts healthy, but also healthy food is the way to go. So guys, spring is here. Whoa. Folks, spring is here. It's gonna be awesome. Spring, the birds are chirping like crazy. Yes. Love springtime. Okay, we got this planted. This is what I call a smorgasbord garden. Just put all you want in there and just see what does well, especially if you have extra seeds that you're not sure if they're gonna germinate. You don't even have to do rows, just sprinkle it in and rake it in and see what happens. It's super fun. Oh, I love hearing the birds. Being out here barefoot, feels good. It's good for the heart. Catch y'all later on the Gardenguy channel. let's keep on sowing and growing.